Hey guys, look what I got. That's right, I got the new UMX Timber from Horizon Hobby. This thing is a bind and fly basic, and it's got a lot of really cool features that we are going to get into as soon as I stop talking and open up the box. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Alright guys, here's what we've got going on inside the box. As you can see, it's packaged quite well. It's always a good thing. Right up front, we've got the slats, and those things go right in these little holes. It takes a little glue to hold them in place, so be aware of that commitment, because that is definitely a commitment if you fasten them on. It does appear to have enough space right there to stick those on and still be able to put it back in the box. That was one of my concerns for those of you that plan to use them. I don't, but that's okay. I know a lot of you guys want to know everything you can about the things I unbox, and I try and unearth all those details if possible. Alright, so the other thing, our manual isn't under the box. It's right here, at least it was in the box that I received. And now, I'm going to take this thing out of the box, and we're going to take a closer look and inspect this thing. Alright guys, here is a look at the plane. We'll look at the nose cone first. I've got a little bit of a white thing there. On the other side, we've got a little bit of white. And again, I'm just nitpicking because, to be honest, out of all the planes that I've had in the past, once I get past this initial inspection, usually, I mean, there are a couple planes that kind of stick out, but I'm not going to mention them. Most of these little nitpicky things don't even matter because you're flying in the air, you don't see it. Even when you take pictures for screen caps, it's not even that big of a deal because most of the time you're far enough away, you're not even going to notice those things. So keep that in mind, guys. I just point out everything I see, and there really is not a filter. So keep that in mind. Speaking of no filter, I see a lot of lights on this bad boy. We've got a light here, got a light here on the top. Let's carefully maneuver this. Got a light here on the bottom. And I believe there are some lights in here. Let's take a look inside. Let's figure out which direction this goes. There we go. So magnets on the front. Be careful, that way you don't break this thing because this is really light, fragile foam. Here's a look inside the battery bay. Nice big battery bay to adjust for any CG. Oh yeah, there are two lights right there. Two prominent lights, so this thing should be a really nice night flyer, guys. And as the days get shorter, depending on when you're watching this video, but this is a brand new plane released just a few days ago, so the days are going to start getting shorter, and planes like this, especially a small plane like this with a bunch of lights that you can fly virtually anywhere, is going to be an asset, especially considering you can put floats on this thing. So the same floats that you can use with the UMX Cub, as well as the carbon Cub, you can put on this. So, and it comes with mounting hardware. I'm not going to bother showing you that, but I'm going to show you that anyway, or tell you about it anyway. Alright, so one thing that I do notice that's probably no big deal, I'm not sure how many servos are going on under here, but our flaps are off kilter a bit. I'm not sure if that's by design, not sure, but wanted to point that out. Hopefully you can see that right there. Doesn't really look like that much to the viewfinder. And you know what, I can always, I can always bend these things if I need to and adjust for that. So nothing major so far that I see. We do have a little bit of a sticker issue there, but that's common with these planes. We always have bubbled stickers and misapplied stickers, but that's alright. And you probably can't even tell through the camera, so I'm not worried about it at all. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the tires. These things are towed in a little bit, but they are big and beefy, and of course we can bend these things out and adjust how this thing works any way we want. Alright guys, so the last thing I'm going to need to do in this unboxing is plug in the battery, get my radio set up, and then we're going to do a little bit of testing. Alright guys, I've got this thing all bound up and ready to go as soon as we get some nice weather. One thing that really stood out to me, and the last two planes that I've had, there's been missing information in the manual, and that is frustrating. So Horizon Hobby, if you're watching this, make sure to include complete information. There's no indication for recommended flap settings for this. Of course, what I did is I used the same settings that I used for my Dallas doll, my E-flite Dallas doll, for my flaps, so hopefully that will work out just fine. We'll find out on the maiden flight, but I wanted to point that out, guys. So if you have any questions as far as those settings go, I'm happy to share those. Just ask in the comment section and we'll take care of that. The other thing I want to say is these lights are phenomenal. This thing definitely could be a night flyer. These lights are bright. There's some steady ones, some flashing ones. We've got ones up front here. We've got two up front that are plenty bright. And we're going to take a look at those lights right now. As you can see, the stuff in the front and off the either wing, nice and bright. The cool part, I didn't know this until I turned out the lights, is that the body itself is illuminated on the inside. So that definitely lends itself well to, at the very least, being able to extend your flying time to a little bit past dusk. I'm not saying this thing is perfect for pitch black because it's not really designed for that, but if you want to push it, this is the opportunity, or it provides an opportunity to do so. Alright guys, so we are going to do a quick little motor test here. Get my fingers out of the way of the prop. Get a grip on there. Oh yeah, we were only up to about 40% on the power, on the throttle. So this thing definitely has some get up and go and some kick. We have the dual rate set at 70 and we've got some really nice throws on the ailerons. Not quite as much on the elevator. In fact, it recommended to land in high rates at 100%, so keep that in mind, guys. I may risk it and be a little crazy and still keep it closer to 70. I might bump up the elevator to 80. We'll see. And the rudder also has a lot of throw at 70%. Of course, I'm in low rates, so those are the dual rates that I'm talking about. And I'm just going to wrap up this video right here, guys. I haven't flown it, so I can't really critique it too much. So like, comment, and subscribe. And GB Linden out.